All right. Well, it looks like we're live with another podcast tonight, as we famously call this show. Him and I have been doing this for a long time now, and hope you guys been enjoying what we've been bringing you guys for the past year and everything else. So now, I hope I do this good tonight because I'm gonna give you guys some tips and some other stuff. So we're gonna talk, and that's what our show is about, talking and everything else. So today's show is brought to you by Sprite. I don't know if anyone drinks Sprite. I drink Sprite because it actually helps with colds and make your stomach feel better. Do you drink Sprite, Antonio? Because I drink Sprite too.
Yep. Every time when I get McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, so it helps you digest.
Yeah, it's really fizzy. And I want to tell you guys something tonight. I went out to eat with with a friend of mine, and we have a local Mexican restaurant area here in our town, and they have like really great food. So they like uh, what they do is when you get there, they give you menus and they give you chips and they get you a drink, and they have a lot of drinks there. They have anything you want. Well, probably certain drinks. Like when you go to a restaurant and they always and you ask them, can I have Coke? And they say, is Pepsi okay? And your reaction should be, no, it's not okay. I want Pepsi, or I want Coke. Pepsi okay? No. And just say, just bring me a glass of water instead. Forget it. I want Coke. That's what people's reaction would be. Oh man. Okay. Well, everyone, make sure to turn your clocks ahead. Spring ahead. Spring's coming around the corner, and for where we live, it's Antonio, where we live at. We live in our town. It's supposed to be nice next week. I can't believe that. That's amazing.
It was actually not that bad out today.
It was what, in the 40s today, I think.
Yeah, it was like 40s.
Yeah, it's 40s. Back in January, we kept seeing negatives and negatives, and since him and I are in school together still, and we're doing in high school, we actually have to make up some days, which is what I don't like. But well, when you live in a place that's in the Midwest and above, and in Canada and places like that, you're probably going to end up making school days. So I hate to say that about most people, but most people you're going to have to deal with that. And I bet people probably deal with going to school probably in June or into June or July, and they probably get them probably another month off because they were in school for that long time. But well, that's the world. So you're not gonna. The only place you can go when it's warm during the whole year is probably California or Florida. So that's kind of the only places you can really go for it to be warm. So I hate to say that, but now move there and you'll have a good life. So just kind of tighten this thing up a little bit. Sure, stay tight. There you go. Kind of goes loose once in a while, but that's okay. So, all right. I was talking about the Mexican restaurant. Do you like Mexican food?
Yeah, like there's this one place, I forgot what it was called. It's in Minnesota. I always get like a steak fajitas burrito. Pretty good.
That's really good. That sounds really good, actually. It sounds good now. What we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to like have some like food or something. Like like you have food in your place or during where you're at, and I have food over here. Then like during our food we could talk and be like, it's so tasty. We don't have to have Sprite, but Sprite's really good. It's really helps you digest. What I was saying about that Mexican plate is actually a food item on their list that they have. It's called the Allen Special. And what that consists of is like rice, chicken, and cheese, and they give you like little like soft tortilla shells, which are like really good. And what you do is you just put all that stuff on your plate, put it in the thing. They gave me about 3 of them tonight, so I had about 3 of them. I put that in there, and then when you put it in there, and then you eat it, and it's really good. So if places like that don't sell that, then well. You're kind of out of luck, but a good place to come to is Princeton, Illinois. They got really good. They go to the Mexican restaurant. If you don't know where it's at, I'm gonna give you guys a clue. It's I don't know how to say this, but it's kind of in there's like a fairground next to it, and bowling alley like right across the way there. There's like some cars area around there, so it's kind of in a little neighborhood, but they have really good food there, and it's the best thing you'd ever do. And if you guys like Chinese or Italian, well, we got both here. We got both Chinese, we got Italian, we got Mexican, we got pizza if you want it. We got McDonald's, we got a Subway, we got a Walmart if you like buying food at Walmart. We have a well, we're not Chicago, we're not Los Angeles, we're not Orlando, but we're a town that has pretty good stuff here. We have pretty good movies that come through here, and we have, well, we got a pretty good in this little town. It may not be the best town, but hey, you know what? Most people some people do actually travel to come to places like small towns and places like, if you guys ever heard of Lake Claire, Iowa, I've been there a few times. They got really good stuff to do there. Tony, do you know that show? I'm trying to think. American Pickers. You ever heard of that at all?
Isn't that that one? Trying to think.
They travel around to places around the United States. I'm trying to think.
Like you're trying to find things that's worthy. Like they usually buy it or something and probably sell it.
Yeah. Well, they actually have their own shop in LeClaire, Iowa. They do, and I mentioned they actually have had some episodes where they go there, and they film actually their show there, which is really cool. They drive like this big bus, and it's got the antique symbol on the bus, which is cool to see. And I've been there a few times, and half the stuff they got in there is actually some pretty cool stuff that you'd actually want to buy. They have like I think they have like it's all antique stuff, but they have antique stuff that looks like it's like been made in the 21st century stuff. Like they clean it up really good. They got bikes. Trying to think here. You know what? I actually do have a shirt in my closet. If you want to talk for a second, Tony, you can say anything you like. So I got a shirt in my closet I can go pick out, but I'm gonna go find it, and when I find it, I'm gonna bring it out here. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. So Tony, you could say whatever you want to say about anything. So go ahead. It's your time to shine, bud. Yeah. Okay. I'll grab that. A minute. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Well, Tony, he muted his mic for a minute, but he'll be back in just a second. But I actually got the shirt right here, so it's in a hanger. So maybe I'll take the hanger off for a quick second. Okay. All right, here we go. Now this is a shirt that when I picked out, when I was over in the Claire, Iowa with my family. I actually have a video on my YouTube channel where it's a Claire, Iowa trip. That's kind of when I started to want to think of my G.REED vlogs, but that's when that first started. But this is what it looks like when I got in the front. All right, sorry about that. It looks like this in the front. All right, kind of big. Hope you can see me back here. Hello. So there's a motorcycle in the front. It says like antique or something like that. It says antique archaeology, something like kind of like that. I'm not exactly sure at the moment. Now on the back, there's just some small writing. Yep, it says antique archaeology, and it has like a little symbol that's powered on it, but and it says LeClaire, Iowa. So, all right, that's that shirt. Got my podcast tonight shirt on. Look at this podcast tonight shirt right here on the back. Of this podcast tonight. So, I think you guys know what the symbol is, of course. But as far as that goes, well, yes. Well, he'll be back here in just a few minutes. Hopefully, he'll be back here in just a minute. Right now, let me see something. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, guys. What I was going to tell you was we're going to be starting our new little series. All right. We're doing called Podcast Tonight Gaming. So usually after our wait a minute. Okay, there we go. All right. After usually our regular episodes, what we're going to do is we're going to give us about some time. Let's see what time it is now. It is about 8:58, so the show's going to run for a little while. Probably give us some time, okay, to get things ready so we can get things going on our new show. So it's Podcast Tonight Gaming, episode 1. It'll be a little bit after this. But as far as that goes, I don't know where he went. He'll be back in just a few minutes. I don't know where he went. But what I'm saying was that we're doing a show after this, and Tony's going to be there. Right now, he's actually playing GTA. He was playing. If you could hear him, I wasn't sure if you could hear in the background, but he's playing GTA 5, and I think we're going to play GTA tonight, hopefully. One person watching. Thanks for that, and for that one like person. Appreciate you coming to watch. Hope you're enjoying what you're watching so far. Sounds good. But after this, we're doing a podcast night gaming. So since that one viewer just tuned in and watched, that's what we're going to be doing after that. So hope you guys can tune in for that later on tonight. So I think something happened outside. I think someone just pulled in the driveway. But we got 2 viewers. All right, 2 people are watching the show. All right, thank you, those 2 people. Appreciate you coming. Sounds like a good time for a good party tonight. Here we go. You guys missed the first beginning. We got some Sprite going. If you guys watch Sprite, we had 2 viewers. Ah, darn. Well, you get what you get in a lucky draw. But you ever seen those commercials, like the slow commercial? The person's always drinking. They have the bottle like this. The bottle's like always sticking out, like you can see it, or a can or something. So Sprite, if you guys like Sprite, I like Sprite. Like I told you earlier, it's good for digestive, so that's what you get if you go to like fast food, McDonald's or Wendy's or wherever you guys go to. Because I like Wendy's, McDonald's, and things like that. And don't try to eat it a lot because it's not good. It's not healthy for you. So anyway, but I was saying we're doing our thing after this, and we're doing a GTA thing. Hope you guys can stick around for that. So he'll be back hopefully in a few minutes. I'm not exactly sure where he went, but seems like his mic has just been muted at the moment. So I don't know if I can hear him, but he did. He made it himself. So I think he is playing GTA at the moment. I think he's having some problems or issues or whoa. What the heck? Whoa, that's so cool. I like this thing here, all the spotlights. Spotlights is when you have spotlight, there's brighten and there's warm. Okay, that's warm. Warm looks pretty good. Smooth looks kind of bad. Black and white, if you like going old school, watching all back in the 50s, going old school. I don't like going old school. Old school is still pretty cool. All right. But we're going to keep things on original. All right, Antonio was back. Thank you for coming back. I saw you had to do something for a minute. That's totally understandable.
Yeah, okay. I had to like pick up my nephew, trying to take him to his bedroom and stuff.
Oh, well, that's fine. No problem. We just had 2 people that just came on this one. We had 2 people watching us for a minute. Like, yes, but and then they left. I was like, no. It's like you're watching the worst thing on television, and then after that, it's like, oh, come on! You're watching like that big moment at WrestleMania, and then WrestleMania something bad happens. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. Oh my God!
Last year's like Undertaker lost, and everybody was like shocked. I wasn't shocked. I was more surprised how it ended. But I kind of knew that Brock Lesnar was gonna beat the streak, and I wanted Brock Lesnar to beat the streak, even though I respect the heck out of Undertaker. Grew up as a fan of him since like the Ministry of Darkness, from the American Badass to now, and like people just like want him to do more matches, and personally, I think he just like needs to stop. Like, I don't want him
right.
risk his own life on in the ring and stuff, since he's like damn near like 50-some years old.
Right, he's 50 years old, and when you're 50 years old, and like these new guys coming into NXT, and they're going to be future legends themselves because time when they get to be in WWE and everything else, man, and we're gonna be older, and because both of us, we've been watching wrestling since we were little kids, and since then, I mean, since we've grown up, and a lot of things have changed in pro wrestling. We've got like a new corporation, pretty much the Authority, because you got like Kane, he's the Authority. You got Kane, the Authority, Big Show, Triple H. Triple H is like Mr. McMahon, and Stephanie is like I can't or China, like China or somebody. I don't know exactly who's who, of course, but well, when you got they try to remake the things like they did in the '90s, but when that happened, well, it's just too bad because the '90s were great, the '80s were pretty good, the golden era they called it, and they had the Attitude Era with WCW and Raw's War, and that was a war to remember. But I wish I was around to watch that because I never ever saw that. I wasn't born until the year of '97, and weren't you born in '98, something like that?
Yeah, I was born in '98. I think like WCW like ended around like 2000. I remember I saw like one match, and that was like Rick versus like Sting, I think, and that was like the last like WCW, I believe.
Yeah, well, these guys today, they're come back to WWE because well, they just probably want to be here, and well, WWE is kind of like the new thing these days in TV, and actually they have outbeat other sports like basketball, baseball. They outbeat football. I don't know how, but they outbeat the NFL and the NHL and probably the they've outbeat almost every sports network that's ever been on television. So I just can't believe WWE do that. But whatever they're doing with their ratings, it's something to hear. It's something to see because when you got ratings like they have in WWE, man, I I'm just really shocked that that is going on today and how their ratings have changed since 2000. What I'm trying to think since like the year of like '98 until or the year of like probably maybe '95 into maybe 2015 now. So their ratings have gone up. The ratings were like probably really high back in like 1997, '98, '99, and 2000, and then they kind of dropped fan. They kind of lost some fans about 2005, 2006 probably, and then I think 2007, something like that, 8, 9, 10, and then since probably about then they started getting their fans back. So that's good, and I I just like how they do that. They do something to just remember how to gain their fans back, and they have pretty good people on social media. Even John Cena himself has got more people on social media than like LeBron James or like or probably like Dwayne Wade or those guys. I'm surprised because John Cena, I mean, he started his career in about 2002 in June 2002, which is he debuted in the Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois, which I've been there. I've been in the arena before. I went to Payback last year with my dad and my brother, and man, that was a great freaking time. I would love to do it again. And then I went to another one again in September, but that was in the quads. That wasn't as good as live television, but it was still a good time for both. And my first ever event I went to was something in Moline, Illinois. Probably ever heard of that, known as Quad Cities. But Tony, I think you told me before that you've been to a few events. What events have you been to before?
I've been to the WWE live event in Rockford, Illinois. Great town. It was pretty funny. Like right after the show was over, everybody was like yelling "What?" or like "That's the bottom line" because Stone Cold said so. There's like random Stone Cold catchphrases. Like they were saying that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. And me and were just yelling "What?" and it was kind of funny. Like we had a blast though. Saw the Shield and rest of one of my favorite wrestlers out there, and sadly Daniel Bryan didn't show up. But hopefully next time we get to see Daniel Bryan.
I saw Daniel Bryan myself. I saw him at Payback, but that was only the first time I ever seen Daniel Bryan, and that was the first time I saw Kane. Trying to think here. Ryback and Curtis Axel and Paige and Alicia. Well, I've seen Alicia Fox twice already. I saw her at Raw 2010 when I went to. Trying to think who else did I see. I'd never seen before for the first time. Let's see. They had something. I'm trying to think. That was the first time I saw Bray Wyatt. That was like my second time I seen John Cena. I didn't see Brock Lesnar. That was my first time I saw Paul Heyman. That was the first time I saw Paul Heyman. That was great. See Paul Heyman comes out and says, "My client, Brock Lesnar, has conquered the Undertaker's WrestleMania undefeated streak at WrestleMania." Comes out, says something like that, and everyone's like, "Boo! Boo! You stink! Boo! Your client sucks!" Something like that. And and you know, the weird thing is, everybody in that All-Star arena, even though he wasn't there, all right, even though he just quit about a few months ago, CM Punk, but everyone was like, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, like that. You know, every match, okay, every match. Even when Paul Heyman came out, that was when CM Punk was the name I heard that was the loudest. Paul Heyman said, "Oh, I'm sorry, he's at the United Center watching the Blackhawks." Everyone's like, "Yeah!" Even though they lost that night, which sucked, but oh well. Oh my gosh, that was some night for sports teams and wrestling, and I think probably both sporting events are probably being both watched at the same time. I imagine so, because when you're watching one thing, you gotta watch the other. Okay, so what was that? Antonio, can you dance at all? I'm just asking. Do you know how to break dance or break down, dance, whatever?
Oh my god, I suck at dancing. I never danced like break dance in like a school prom like thing. Like the last time I danced, like it was sixth grade school dance. I was just like, just walking around and like, you know what? My friends here and they play like some Michael Jackson music, and I just started dancing like Michael Jackson. And everybody was just looking at me. I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. Then just like walked away.
Well, you had that one moment, that Michael Jackson moment. Was that Billie Jean or something, or Smooth Criminal?
Billie Jean, exactly. It was
Billie Jean.
I did the exact moves from the Billie Jean video, and everybody just like looked at me and just clapped for me. And then to like trick or treating, everyone was like, "Oh, do the Michael Jackson dance, do the Michael Jackson dance." So I just did it and walked away.
Well, I'm not good at breakdancing. I can't breakdance. I suck at it. I can't do nothing with breakdancing. When I do that, I look like a complete moron when I do that. I just look like a fool. So I can't do it. Sometimes I go like this, and then it looks creepy, and then like I've tried to moonwalk in my day, and I can't do that. I don't know. My feet aren't really that strong enough as most people that are pretty skinny and can do it right away. All right, but I'm not one of them people. And we're never gonna dance on the show. Okay, that's gonna be creepy. We're never gonna do that. That creeped the heck out of me out, and Antonio out, and everybody watching. So we're never gonna break dance. So I hope you guys don't take any offense to that, but we're not gonna break dance for you. I hate to say it, but we're not gonna do it. It's something that we don't.
This ain't Dancing with the Stars or dancing. So you think how you can dance or whatever.
Yeah, it's not any of those dancing. If you want to dance, then you dance. Okay, I don't know what we're talking about. Oh crap! We're talking about random stuff. That's what we do. Tony, do you want to go back to the 50s? Let's go back to the 50s, okay? We're gonna go back to 1955, and you got Howard Stern and Kenny Rogers and those guys. You like 50s?
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers. That guy can't sing with a darn no more. He can't, but he was good in the 80s and the 90s, and the 90s kind of probably took a turn for the worse. So Kenny Rogers is a good guy. He's a good singer. Okay, Kenny Rogers, you're a good singer, but We're back in the 50s, man. What it is? What it is? What it is? What it is?
I was in the 70s. They had like Mr. Conway Twit. He's like, pom pom pom.
And then,
American in the house. Blah 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 blah. Even though I'm in my grave. Family Guy.
they put him in every Family Guy thing, and Peter said, "Please welcome Mr. Conway Beaver," and they put like a Justin Bieber haircut on him. It makes him look so weird. It looks like Justin Bieber's dad in that scene. Actually, it just looks so creepy. You know, he
When he moved his head, the hair kept like moving weird. He kept like moving around like it's from like a YouTube video.
Oh my God, that's creepy as heck, you know. And so let's get out of the 50s and another guy. We're gonna stay in the 50s for just one more minute here. One guy that I can't think of his name. They had him on Family Guy a few times. What's his name? Son of a gun. What's his name?
Adam West.
Not Adam West. Adam West. A little bit quieter. Adam West. Adam West. Oh, nothing goes on the table. No, he was singing with Brian all the time. Can't think of his name. What's his name? Shoot, I can't think of anyone's name anymore. I don't know what's going on with me. I got something, and my eyes look like I'm cross-eyed too. That looks creepy as heck. If you're wondering, Shawn Michaels' eyes are cross-eyed. So whenever he's talking, he's like, "What am I looking at? Okay, I'm gonna switch your music in the face. Hope I can hit you." I seen Shawn Michaels like when Shawn Michaels is so funny in his older days, and like but when he retired and everything, whenever like he always got chokeslam or last ride, he'd be shaking and everything. And remember that video you showed me, Antonio, where Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker in the ring, and like Undertaker says to him, "You talk too much." He grabbed his sword and stuff. Like, oh, he's like that. Botchamania.
I love Botch. I watch it like all the time. If some of you out there that knows how to make botchamanios or who knows how to make them or whatever on YouTube, come to me because I like watching them. Like I watch them like they're pretty much better than Raw, to be honest. That's my opinion. They're better than Raw. Actually, SmackDown. SmackDown was actually good. Not last night. 2 nights ago. Not Friday night SmackDown anymore. It's Thursday night.
That's stupid.
Stardust was the only man that was holding up the Intercontinental Championship. Took it from Daniel Bryan.
Well, we're gonna go back to the 21st century. We're gonna get out of the 50s. We're gonna go to the 21st century. So we're back. We're in the 21st century where everything is fast and everything is not slow anymore. Everything is just like that. All right, everything by contact, by email is so quick these days. I just don't understand. It's like when someone sends you an email and someone else sends you an email. It's like, okay, how many emails am I gonna get daily? Just because everything on the internet it's the internet, all right? So, oh shoot, I forgot to put Q&A up there. How smart am I? Well, we got questions, so if anyone wants to ask any question, they're free to ask a question. So anyone can ask any question they like. Anyone can ask a question to me or Antonio, or any question in general that we can both answer at the same time. Whatever you want to do, ask us a question. And actually, you know what? I've been thinking about doing this for a while. I hope you guys can do this for me. But I do have 40 subscribers on my YouTube, and I've been thinking that since I know most big YouTubers like Boogie298 and Ray William Johnson and Chris Smoove and guys like that probably, and H2O Delirious, they probably get fan mail from all kinds of people. How about you guys send me some fan mail? Send Antonio some fan mail. Send someone some fan mail. Talk to us or just message us on Google. We're on Google Plus, so we're both on Google. We may not check it. We may not check it right away, but we're both on Google Plus. So you should be able to find us. I think my both of our names are just Grant Reed and Antonio Comer. So you probably can find us easy. Or usually our thing. I'm trying to think here. Or you can contact us by Twitter. My Twitter is at Grant66106. I'll repeat one more time. At Grant66106 with a capital G. All right. Antonio's is at Comer Antonio. Repeat it again. At Comer Antonio. You can find us there or on our Gmails, whatever. You should be able to contact us there. So anyway, Antonio, while you were gone, I was telling him about that gaming thing we're gonna do after this. We'll play some. I think you said GTA. You want to play?
Yeah, I'm down with it.
Play some Grand Theft Auto.
Like, I just like start feeling. I was like, I don't know if I want to play GTA like again, but I know some people out there watched it, liked it. We got our fan Nathan who likes it.
We signed our friend Nathan. We wanted to sign on our first autograph, so he was our first guy to give an autograph to. So I wish he was watching now. I wonder if he is. Huh? No. Well, if he is, he is, and if he's not, he's not. But I hope he likes it. But he told us he watches it, which is good. So, well, one day we're gonna make our show. We're gonna make our show huge. We're gonna be Hollywood guys, but we're not gonna be like those drama people. You know, I don't want to be one of them. You know, if I'm one of them, man, then I quit the Hollywood scene. I ain't no Hollywood like celebrity like, you know, Britney Spears or Brock Lesnar for 20.
Or CM Punk's the UFC fighter. No, I don't really care about CM Punk now. I used to like him. Like I still like him. I still respect him. I just don't care what he does. Like, I like UFC, but I just don't care what he does now.
Yeah, I'm not really. I keep saying I stutter. I stutter a lot. That's something I need to work on. I don't need to stutter. That's like stuttering is not a good thing to have it again too. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I'm not for Punk's decision on UFC. I just wish he would have stayed in WWE right now. I mean, if he was in WWE, he never quit and gone to UFC. But he said he's been thinking about it for a long time and wanting to go to UFC and training. But this guy has never had any UFC training. And he's been doing it for like 6 months since last year. So his first fight's probably going to be later on this year. So he's going to take almost a whole entire year for training. So why would you waste time on training when you can be WWE? When you already know all WWE moves and signatures, finishers, when you know what you're gonna do, and why don't you just stay there and not have to worry about some other sport? Like, you know, I get why Brock Lesnar did it, because Brock Lesnar is a beast and he knows how to handle being a beast, and he can totally punch, man. I've seen that guy punch out John Cena before, probably Undertaker, and you know, other guys like Randy Orton, Batista, you know, those guys, and every single people that I've ever seen Brock Lesnar in the ring with, you know, he's totally dominated him. So that's something you need to look for in a guy, because I'm glad UFC called him or talked to him, because he's really a talented wrestler. Inside the ring and outside the ring, he's actually a really nice guy. I think outside the ring, because he actually is a form of wanting to do. He actually likes hunting. So if you guys don't know, he actually does hunting up in about Minnesota, Canadian area. So he likes to do hunting. And I seen a video of him shooting a couple deer, and I seen him another video of he was without some out there. He was out in like really bad weather, snowy weather, like in the winter time, and he was hunting with some guy, and he got the deer. He got it. So I mean, he's good at hunting, and he was all. That's when he had his beard at the time, but that beard was something else. But when he came back in 2012, I thought, man, I didn't think Brock Lesnar would ever come back to WWE, because you know how there's certain guys that stay in WWE for a long, long time. and they think, man, this is not for me. I don't think this is gonna work out. And it's not. And I thought Brock Lesnar would never come back, and he quit 2005 or 2004 when, at WrestleMania 20, pretty much after that. And everyone was chatting. You sold out to Goldberg because pretty much he did sell out. I mean, not like bad way, not like Seth Rollins selling out to the Shield, but pretty much him selling out because he was like the main guy that night. But some people were actually booing Goldberg that night. People were booing him. Some people were, and I'm kind of surprised that people were doing that to Goldberg. And I'd probably go for Brock Lesnar in that match because, I mean, if you had Goldberg in WWE today, he probably could still do it, but they'd make him. These like newer guys or these guys that have been in WWE for maybe about a few years now, and if Goldberg came back, they'd probably make Goldberg like he's stronger than them. I mean, if you had Goldberg versus Ryback, how would you want to see Goldberg win or Ryback win? Pretty much Goldberg, because Goldberg probably could kick his butt. But there's a video of Goldberg at some baseball game, and he ends up spearing I think there's like some random fan out there like messing around or jacking around or doing something. I couldn't tell you what the heck it is, but the guy, he's out there, and he's like yeah, whatever, who cares, I'm cooler than you, whatever, doing some kind of thing like that. And when he's out there, he's pretty much he's being himself, and I think the guy's just trying to be funny or cool, and then Goldberg comes out, spear. Oh my gosh, that is something that has ever got to be seen. That move looks like that really actually hurt that guy. But you know what? They're doing it professionally, and they're doing it in a way that they know how to do it, without having to hurt the people, or without having to hurt themselves. So if you guys no, that's pretty much professional wrestling. So professional wrestling is always a thing that, well, you know what? You just gotta deal with, and professional wrestling has been around for a long time. It's been around since, I'm gonna tell you something, Antonio, about the history of wrestling. I think you know about wrestling. You know a lot about wrestling, like you and I do. And I mean, you gotta go to some wrestling event. We gotta see John Cena. We gotta see Stone Cold, Steve Austin, or something like that. But I'd be down for that. Would you be down for a old Monday Night Raw or pay-per-view or something? Because I'd be down for a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
We can do pay-per-view, and we can do it all. But of course, it costs a lot of money, all these things. So you gotta save up money just to go to a WWE pay-per-view. So anyway, I'm trying to think what I was gonna tell you. Now when you go to things like this, they're fun to go to, and professional wrestling, like I said, has been around for millions of years. It's been around since like people have always it's been around since like the BC. All right, so that's pretty much just tells you that professional wrestling is a common factor in in any sport, any country. So if you have professional wrestling in your mind, professional wrestling is your thing. And you know what? Since I've been watching since I've been a little kid, I've actually been kind of fond of it and wanting to watch it all, and got a fan of it. People may make fun of me, but they say, that's fake, right? Of course it's fake, okay? I'm not an idiot, all right? We're not stupid. We know professional wrestling is a fake drama sport. That's why it's called WWE World Wrestling Entertainment. So I know that made me sound stupid right there talking about that, but I mean that's what pretty much it is. All right. So that's pretty much professional wrestling. Anyway. What am I gonna do now? Oh yeah. Well, like I was saying earlier, I think I told Antonio earlier that we're gonna do our gaming thing pretty soon. After a little while, that's gonna be something we're gonna do. When that comes by, that's gonna be a show. Hopefully, you guys watch, because I noticed that our views on that go way high, and that's what I like. All right, I really do like guys. I can't believe I just said that. Okay. All right, I'm not bad. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. That's clear. That's clear. All right. Okay. Um, I can't believe that I just said that. I can't believe that. Son of a gun. No, whatever. Just don't pay attention to that. All right. Like I was saying that after this we're gonna do a thing called Podcast Night Gaming, episode number 1, starting tomorrow night. Tonight, need to work on my speaking. I need to practice this before I need to do this. But anyway, since I'm doing this now live, both of us are here live. We're doing this to entertain you guys, to enjoy the show, and to have a great time on your Saturday nights or Friday nights or Sunday nights, whenever we do this, whenever, like George Bush, whatever, 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 whatever. He's the only guy that looks like he's a 17-year-old girl answering a question. Whatever, whatever. It looks like he has had too much sun in his eyes, so he's got to squint, you know. Yeah, Obama. He's like Obama, Obama, Obama. You know, George W. Bush here. George W. Bush. He's always doing this with his hands. He's like doing this with his hands. He's like, okay, let me fix my hand screen a second. I'll show you. He's like always doing this. He's like, yeah, okay. He's like that. You know, it's like, I was putting his hands to his side. He's like, George W. Bush here. George W. Bush. George W. Bush. You know, and I can actually see this happening. Fix that. You got Richard Nixon going up to scared George Bush. He's like George W. Bush. He's like that. He had a deep voice. George W. Bush. He's like, somebody gonna kill me? What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? Oh no! Oh my God! Oh no! 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 Is that you, Richard Nixon? Oh, hi, Richard Nixon. Like that. That's Richard Nixon. But anyway, that's what he does. And well, you got another guy that I like to do. Another president of mine. I can't think of his name. Oh, John Tyler. If you guys remember John Tyler, okay, I'm gonna totally. I hope Monkey Bullets does not be mad at me for doing this, but he's doing president impressions. You guys probably seen it. You know, I've seen it before like hundreds of times, and he's like, okay, he's doing impressions. He does like all 45. Starts with Obama, healthcare. He's like that. You know, that's Obama, healthcare. So this thing of Sprite is good for you. It can help digestion. Okay. And watch podcast tonight with G.REED and Antonio Comer. This is a good show. Make sure to don't spend your money on everything you got. That wallet just hit my external thing there, USB. I can't think. Oh, I just burped. All right. Trying to think. Antonio, are you enjoying this or what? Isn't this great? Isn't this? I'm actually doing what I've been born to do. Dance. Na 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 na. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Dude, remember that one video I showed you of two guys fighting over John Cena and that guy just ripped his shirt off?
I remember that. That was hilarious. The guy's like, "We're live, buddy." The guy's like, the corner of the camera is like the other guy. So that one guy's talking over here. We're live. Ah, ah. He's like that, you know. He's like, na 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 na. You know.
I think he's like, his buddy's like, I think Sheamus will beat John Cena. And he's like, no, they like he ripped his shirt off.
He's like Hulk Hogan. Gah!
And the camera just like went sideways and showed his chair, which was like really huge. It was a really big chair for it.
Bang, 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 bang. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was going back to John Tyler. Mikey Bullets. He does videos like he knows what he's going to say before he says. It's like that one guy. I can't think of his name. He was on Boy Meets World. He was that old guy. Uh, Mr. Feeney, they call him. I don't know his real name in real life. I forgot. But like he had that like way of teaching to a point where it looks like he didn't need to be like it seems like he didn't need to read a script at all because it seems like he knows what he was going to say when he was doing his acting and everything like that. But it looks like the rest of the cast, it looks like they needed some of their scripts to be read every 10 to 20 minutes. um but you know, it's it's just how certain people think they can act, and you know, certain people know what to do when they're acting. And you know, like for me, I probably got to go over a script, okay, for a few minutes. I probably need to go over a script a couple times and know what I'm going to say, because you know, a script is just a it's just a piece of paper with lines. Acting is just going. You say a few words, you do this and that, and you show up, and it's done. So I just think that that's what acting is. You do things, something happens during the thing, and when you do that, it works out. You go home, it goes to film, and when it goes to film, it gets watched by hundreds of people almost every night, or millions of people across the world, from Los Angeles to Paris to this to that to China to everything. When movies are probably watched in China, everything is all sub. A lot of things are subtitled these days. So I know some people don't like things being subtitled. I don't like things being subtitled because it's just for the deaf people who can't hear. So if they know what's going to happen, but well, some people have probably hearing, and they got to see what's going on. So like for the elderly, when they go, I understand when they go, when they need to watch it, when they watch a movie at the movie theater, they they really can't hear much because they're getting older, and you start to go downhill when you're elder. So that's kind of what life is. You're born, you grow up, and you mature, and then when you're growing up, well, things start to fail on you. Your organs just start to not work anymore, and well, when that happens, it's time for you to pretty much go downhill. You go downhill, go downhill. You die, you go up, or you go down if you're bad. All right. But I'm not a good. I was gonna say I'm not a good guy, but I'm a really good guy. So I'm really nice to everybody. I get a lot of compliments from a lot of people. They always say, "Oh, I like this guy. That guy's a pretty cool, funny guy." So I mean, things like that. So that's good to know. But what were we doing? Oh, we were doing impressions. Yeah, Antonio, I know you can do impressions. Can you? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who you can do. I know you can do George Bush. Can you do somebody like? I'm trying to think I'm trying to think of someone you can do. Um, have you ever seen? I know you're a fan of Tyler the Creator, or I know you're a fan of him. And I'm trying to think. Do you know how to talk like Tyler the Creator? Because I really don't.
Oh, like yeah, let me try. I need to clear my throat. I don't know if I can do it right. I'm gonna.
Oh,
It's gonna take a little bit. Hi, it's me, Tyler. I can't do it right.
something like that. And I mean,
Just like this. I'm Tyler. Do you have a cigarette?
that's what he talks like.
Somewhat like that. I don't know. I do it better when it's like in the morning.
Oh, that sounds more like him. He's got a lot of music, and he always wears like a mask. He looks like a guy like you'd see in GTA 5 that made their character that way. He kind of looks like one of those guys, but I'm not sure what his lifestyle is. I know it's kind of something backwards or type thing. I'm not exactly sure.
Oh,
Um,
he's an atheist. Doesn't believe
yeah,
in God.
yeah, that's right. You did tell me he is that, so I do think blah, 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 blah. I just can't seem to shake what I'm talking about. Gives me a minute or so, but I can do some people, like, you know how like British people, I can try to do a British guy, but I'm not like it's not there. I mean, my biggest one is Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can do Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's kind of going downhill for me a little bit, but it's like it's Arnold Schwarzenegger is kind of something. It sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger that one word. I'm not gonna say that word because I know some people don't like hearing that word. It's not nice.
I can say it.
What?
I can say it.
That's Tyler the Creator, everybody. Tyler the Creator. Tyler, yay! Like that. That is some good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. We know what we're doing here. We know what we're doing. We just know, okay? We know what we're doing here. We know what we're doing. Good fresh air is always good. Make sure the summer's coming up pretty soon, guys. So it's gonna be time to go outside in your short sleeve shirts and your shorts and sandals and no socks and lay on the beach. And if you guys didn't know this fact, okay, in the state of California, that is the only place you can go out there and ski and be at the beach at the same day. It is. It is about the same day. It is. I swear to God, that's the truth. All right. So if you guys want to go to the beach, relax, get a tan or two, do whatever you want to do. Get a tan. I like to get a tan, but not. I don't want to get like a really hard tan where it's gonna hurt my skin and then cause skin cancer. That's not good. Not good at all. When you want to get a tan, and when you want to go and you want to play in the snow after that, if you get a tan, it's like, yeah, I can cool off in the snow because it's gonna when it lands on my skin, it's gonna burn like heck. But make sure you wear sunscreen, because sunscreen, they say sunscreen that sometimes doesn't work, but I think it does. But that's my opinion. But whatever. I mean, when you got sunscreen, you got sunscreen. Okay, it's just something that people put on just to keep their skin from getting harmed by the sun, because the sun is really powerful. It can really hurt you. Well, we still got one viewer watching us, and Tony, I guess they really like us. I guess I lost a fan here. I don't know who it is, but whoever it is, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you being here, for sticking with us for that last half hour. So whoever it is, I don't know. Trying to think here. Well, it's a pretty smart idea. Oh my gosh. Well, we've been doing this for a long, long time, and about a year now. Oh my gosh, man. I'm glad we've been having fun with this, and I really enjoyed doing this for people, and people like to watch the show, and people like just to be there with me and think this is a cool stuff to do. And my kind of career I want to do is broadcasting. I think I told you guys a lot of times, but I'm saying it again. I want to do this, and just because I want to do something, and I want to do something I'm going to be remembered for. So I mean, when someone is at a funeral, when you have funeral services, all right. When you have funeral services, you wanna when you go there, you're gonna talk to people and say, I remember when this person did that, and they did that, and they had good luck with that, and they had really success on that, and that was something that they did, and everything else. But that's something you want to be remembered for, is pretty much just being a guy, on the internet, and well, it's just something that people do, and well, when you do it, you do it. So I just think so, and to me, success is not more of winning the championship title or getting the gold or being Mr. Number One at WrestleMania, and well, it's just being yourself, and when you're at WrestleMania, you gotta get the gold, okay? You gotta do what you gotta do, what you think is right, and I can say for that, well, thumbs up for that one. So I just like doing a thumbs up. It means like, and that's what on Facebook. So, oh man. Okay. Actually, I've just taken a picture of myself. That's what I was doing. So I want to see what it looks like. Oh, okay. It's got both of us in there. Holy crap. That's kind of cool. I'm going to take it again, actually. I kind of screwed up. Alright, this is what I do. I do picture time. Picture time! Smile. Ooh. All right, hold on a second. All right, here we go. Perfect. What do you think of that, Tony? That's some good stuff, huh? What do you think? You're gonna be on the internet later. Oh no! Oh man. Well, the internet is a place you can either have harm or you can either just the internet is actually a place you either get bullied or you just a lot of things can happen when you're on the internet. And I hate to say, but when some people can really be cruel on the internet these days, and I just and tell people be safe what you put out on the internet, and don't be stupid like most people put someone on comments, because when you have a job, all right? Tony, did you take a picture or something? I think did you take a picture? So I heard the camera go off. So again, I don't know. Oh well. But like I was saying though, all right. Now when you are going for a job, all right, your employer is gonna look for you online. So when they look for you online, they're gonna ask you, are you probably on? They're probably not gonna ask you this. They're probably not gonna ask you, are you on Facebook at all? Or they're not gonna ask you that. What they're probably gonna ask you a bunch of questions, and then probably later on during the day, they're gonna look you up on the internet. All right, when they look you up and they want to see good stuff about you, okay? They don't want to see this. They don't want to see that about you. They don't want to see you putting hateful comments on the internet that's gonna hurt yourself, because that can get you fired. That can get you tossed out the door. That can get you jobless, and that means you on the employment line. So when you have a job, because a lot of people find that one job out there that's not the job that they want to do for their dream job. Because when you're smart out there, you got to know what you're doing on the internet. You got to know what you're saying, because you can't put something on the internet and say, "Oh my God, Billy, he broke up with me yesterday." Do you think anyone cares? I know breakups are hard. All right, I'm not gonna be through that because I don't need to be going through that for a long time. Okay, and there's no reason to. It's good to be smart first before you find that special someone. All right. I know most people at this age, they start thinking this person is really cute, things like that. But when you're that age, some people just don't know yet. I mean, when you're about 18, in your 20s, maybe I should have done that first. And when some people do screw up their lives, some people got issues with that. Some things happen. It's not your fault. It's just what you did in your time that brings you to these consequences, and you know what? You got to pay for it. So I'm not trying to scare anybody. Okay, that's sometimes what happens in life. You screw up your life, you pay for it. So, and like I said, all right, with jobs and anything like that, your employer will look you up. So that's kind of what things happen. And well, when your employer looks you up, they may want to talk to you, or they probably will just say, well, we got some bad news and things aren't just working out, and cuts, things like that are just kind of bad. Gotta let you go, okay? I've been let go from a job, and it wasn't fun, okay? I mean, when I was there, I had the worst. It was the worst thing of my life. And Tony, have you ever had some kind of job before in your time? Because I'm not sure if you have.
I never had a job experience before.
Well, guys, oh, Tony, you're gonna experience it one day. You're gonna experience it. You're gonna experience what job life is like, and job life can be pretty tough. So it's pretty hard to find jobs these days in America. The economy is rough, everything like that. But that's what it's gonna be like probably for the rest of the future, until Obama's probably kicked out of office. So yeah. What was that?
Which I hope he does. Oh, I don't like Obama. Sucks. Like I wish. It's not because he's black. Because look at me, I'm black. I don't hate my own kind. I'm also half white, and I don't hate other things. So just hate how he's running the things. He's lying. He's just a hypocrite. He's a bastard.
He's well, I'm not gonna say anything really bad about him, because if I say anything really bad, I just don't. Well, but like I was saying, anything that's gonna be on the internet, you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna pay a consequence. You're not gonna you're gonna go through life with consequences and things like that. But it's something that I really wanted to talk to you guys about and be really serious about. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just trying to tell you guys the truth, and the truth hurts. So it's having a job is kind of a thing that you want to do, and when you have your dream job and you do it someday, you just want to be smart and not want to screw up your life. So I mean, you have things going on and everything that you want to live for, and certain things in life that you live for, and certain things that some people in life don't live for. I mean, I'm just trying to say that when life hits you hard with a rock, man, life's gonna hit you hard with a rock. So it's just what things how it's just how people are these days, and things are just not they're not the 1900s anymore where you could do this or that, because social media back then was a bunch of people all together. Now internet these days is just it's gone the world has gone soft. The world is not what it used to be. The world has just gone very, very soft. People on the internet are saying things and this and that, but it's just what life is these days. Life is just a box of rocks thrown into some garbage. That's kind of what it is. So I mean, that's something what feels like should be said. But if you guys maybe agree with that, maybe you don't. Maybe you think life's perfect for you. Some people in this world may not have life as good as you do. As maybe some people in this world, they got to work for their stuff, or they just don't have enough support. So I mean, that's what life is, and when things happen like that, you're pretty much either out of luck or you just stick through it, and you just wonder, well, I can make it through this. Times are tough, and when money's low, man, you got to learn how to deal with it and not be a drama queen about it. So, if you guys liked my statement and both of our statements, we had some pretty good statements. So that's kind of what things are these days. It's not something you gotta deal with. It's something you gotta live with, pretty much. So, okay, well, I gotta see where we're at in the show. Probably at least a good hour or so in the show. We're a good hour in the show. Okay, well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to end the show on that note from what I said about everything else. So anyway, well, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I was going to tell you that thank you very much for watching podcast tonight with G.REED and Antonio Comer. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode and enjoyed us talking, because we had some good moments here with impressions and talking about things in life and everything like that. But we've had some pretty good topics on some pretty good conversations on the podcast, and we've been through a lot. So we've been through quite a bit on this show and everything else. And well, what we're doing is, after this, just give us a little time. We're going to take probably a little bit of break or so, and coming up here just in a little bit, I know I put this for 10 o'clock, but I may do maybe a little after 10. I may just give me a few minutes, 'cause I got to get things set up and everything else. If it's not exactly at 10 o'clock, him and I are going to be playing. What game did you say we're going to play again? I forgot.
I don't know. It's either GTA or some WWE.
GTA or WWE. We're going to do that. All right. We'll probably just play GTA or probably something like that. So, by the way, though, if you haven't noticed, I know some people maybe have played GTA Online. I know him and I have. The other day, it was just pissing me off that when we were playing online, it kicked us out. And when it kicked us out, I thought, oh no, the servers are so bad right now. I mean, GTA servers they can be good one day, and next day they can be like crap. It's like WWE servers, but WWE servers are not as bad to deal with as like other game servers, because if you play like GTA or Saints Row or things like that, servers are just playing on the online server is not a bad thing to deal with, because, well, bigger popular games don't really have that problem, and unpopular games do have that problem. So I mean, well, it's what games are, and when you play video games, make sure, because, well, I was gonna say this, Antonio, I was gonna tell you that I think when I had put my membership in, I think it expires sometime this month. So I hate to tell you that, but I don't want to have to, that's kind of something I wanted to tell you because I think it's going to expire sometime this month. I'm not sure exactly when, but it's going to expire probably this month sometime because I only got 3 months and I got to buy another month subscription so we can keep doing this, every weekend or so. Because podcast night's on weekends pretty much now, not Fridays anymore. Because when we tried doing Fridays, we just didn't get around to it, and well, it's kind of Fridays are just days where you just get home and you don't want to do nothing and things like that. But okay, all right, well, everyone, I really enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching podcast tonight with Grant Reed and Antonio Comer here. Hope you guys enjoyed us. We had a great time doing this, and coming up next, I guess, is going to be the podcast tonight gaming episode number 1. So, all right, we'll see you guys there in just a few minutes, but we're going to take some time and give ourselves a little break so we don't have to go rush right into this. So we'll probably head on some probably GTA or something like that. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I guess probably see you guys next weekend. So bye bye.